Today, backyard poultry farming goes beyond just keeping a dozen eggs in the fridge. It's about maximizing the efficiency and profitability of your farm space. The question is no longer simply, who lays the most eggs, but rather, which animal offers the best cost-benefit ratio? This decision means weighing the costs of feed, infrastructure, and labor against the value of the final product and the indirect benefits each species brings to the farm ecosystem. And that's why, in this video, we'll put 3 very different contenders to the test: the laying hen, or egg layer, the industry standard, the Khaki Campbell duck, the aquatic egg powerhouse, and the Guinea fowl, the unusual pest specialist. We'll analyze each one across 10 key categories, from pure production to the added value they offer, such as insect control and meat. Our goal is to provide the information necessary for the farmer to make an informed decision. Profitability isn't universal. For a farmer prioritizing sales volume, the chicken may win. But pay close attention. For the organic farmer looking to reduce pesticide use and lower feed costs, the duck or the guinea fowl might be the indisputably more profitable option. Get ready to discover who the true champion of farm efficiency is. Contender 1 Showcase: the laying hen, the gold standard. The laying hen, typically a Leghorn or a high-performing hybrid, is the result of decades of breeding for a single purpose: mass egg production. This bird is the pillar of the global poultry industry, known for its compact size, rapid maturity, and, most importantly, its ability to consistently lay standard-sized and colored eggs. It is the contender with the longest track record and the most predictable output. The main advantage of the chicken is familiarity. Management systems, commercial feed, and coop designs are all optimized for her, which makes it easier for new keepers to start. Plus, her eggs have universal market acceptance, simplifying sales and marketing. She is the low-risk animal if you're looking for reliable volume production, making her the default choice for almost every home with a small farm. Now, it's vital to understand that this specialization comes at a cost. The high-production chicken relies intensely on balanced feed and artificial light to maintain her output. Her high metabolic rate and relatively short productive lifespan before becoming less efficient, generally 2 years, mean that profitability is heavily tied to feed costs and the constant rotation of the flock. She is a high-performance machine, but also high maintenance. Contender 2 Showcase: the Khaki Campbell duck, aquatic powerhouse. The Khaki Campbell duck, developed in England in the early 20th century, was bred specifically to challenge the chicken's dominance in egg production. The result is a medium-sized duck, known for its earthy-colored plumage and, crucially, for its exceptional laying capacity, which directly rivals the best laying hens. This duck is the perfect balance between high production and the natural hardiness of a waterfowl, which leads us to its superiority in certain aspects. Unlike the chicken, the Khaki Campbell offers superior hardiness in many cold climates, maintaining its laying pace even when chickens stop. And as added value, the product it offers is superior in size and yolk quality, immediately positioning it in a premium market niche. Its eggs are highly valued by bakers and chefs for their richness and high-fat content, which improves the texture of baked goods. Its main operational drawback, however, is its intrinsic need for water. Although they don't require a large pond, they need a constant supply for bathing and cleaning their nostrils, which results in a wet and potentially muddy environment. This requires different infrastructure management, but its profitability skyrockets thanks to its ability to forage for insects and slugs, significantly reducing feed costs. Contender 3 Showcase: the Guinea fowl, pest guard. The guinea fowl, originating from Africa, is the most unusual bird in our trio. Its primary value does not lie in its modest egg production, but rather in its role as biological pest control and as a farm alarm system. They are tireless insect hunters and are particularly famous for their appetite for ticks, making them a blessing for livestock health and domestic animals. Now, being honest, in the production metric, the guinea fowl is clearly the loser, with seasonal laying and a low annual total. Nevertheless, its eggs are a niche product. Their most notable feature is the extraordinarily thick and hard shell, which gives them a longer shelf life and superior resistance to breakage. This hardness, along with their intense flavor, allows them to command a gourmet price despite their small size. The guinea fowl is the most wild or semi-domesticated contender, preferring to forage freely and hide its nests. This minimizes infrastructure cost, but beware, it raises the labor cost of finding the eggs. Aside from that, their famous noisy call is an advantage against predators, but can be a disadvantage if neighbors are close. Its profitability, therefore, is measured by the savings on pesticides and the security of the farm. Annual egg production, absolute number. The laying hen, like the Leghorn or commercial hybrids, sets the gold standard for egg volume, making her the contender to beat. Thanks to decades of genetic selection, these birds reliably deliver between 280 and 320 eggs per year. Their laying cycle is the longest and most consistent, maintaining high productivity even during the coldest months with the help of supplemental lighting. If the primary goal of your farm is consistency and massive volume, the chicken remains the safest option. In contrast, the Khaki Campbell duck dangerously approaches the chicken's performance, challenging the common belief that ducks are inferior layers. A well-cared-for duck can match or even exceed many chickens, with annual production ranging from 250 to 300 eggs. Its distinctive advantage is its ability to maintain strong, consistent laying even during winter, often outperforming chickens in that season without the need for much artificial light manipulation. This offers a crucial advantage for farmers seeking a less volatile egg supply throughout the 12 months. Finally, we find that the guinea fowl lags behind in this metric, as its main purpose is not intensive egg production, but pest control. A female guinea fowl lays significantly less, averaging 160 to 180 eggs per year. Furthermore, its laying cycle is markedly seasonal, concentrated mainly in spring and summer. Therefore, it shouldn't be chosen for high volume. Its profitability comes from other indirect benefits, as we'll see later. Egg cost, size and weight per ounce. Although the chicken wins an absolute number of eggs, true profitability must be measured by the cost of edible protein or the net weight of the egg. Guinea fowl eggs are the smallest in the group, averaging 1.4 to 1.6 ounces, meaning the farmer needs more units to reach the weight of a standard chicken dozen. On the other hand, the high-performance laying hen produces eggs in the standard large to extra-large size, averaging between 1.9 and 2.3 ounces, offering a good balance between number and weight. The Khaki Campbell duck offers a significant advantage in this metric, as its eggs are consistently the largest, ranging between 2.3 and 2.8 ounces. This means that even if the duck lays slightly fewer units per year than the chicken, the total amount of egg weight produced can be very similar, or even higher. The consumer often perceives this larger size as a premium value, allowing the farmer to set a higher sale price, directly improving profitability per unit. Despite being the smallest eggs, guinea fowl eggs have a factor that raises their value: yolk density. They have a large, rich yolk in proportion to their albumin, and their thick shell reduces breakage, minimizing losses. Their value is not in weight efficiency, but in their niche market as a gourmet or specialty product. Therefore, the guinea fowl farmer forgoes weight efficiency in exchange for a superior price per unit, focused on a customer seeking superior quality. Feed cost per egg, foraging. The high-performance laying hen, due to its accelerated metabolism and very high laying rate, has the highest reliance on commercial balanced feed. To maintain a production of 300 eggs per year, the chicken needs a constant, high-energy, and high-protein diet. This makes feed the biggest operational expense. While foraging in the pasture helps, it's not enough to sustain her level of production, meaning that the chicken's profitability is intrinsically linked to the price of corn and soy. In contrast, Khaki Campbell ducks and guinea fowl are true champions at reducing feed costs thanks to their superior foraging skills. The duck actively hunts slugs, snails, worms, and larvae that the chicken ignores or can't catch. By supplementing much of their protein requirement with garden pests, the duck significantly reduces the amount of purchased feed. This not only lowers the cost per egg, but also offers a valuable, free pest control service. The guinea fowl is perhaps the most cost-effective of the three in terms of feed self-sufficiency, especially in warm climates. Their obsession with ticks and flies makes them an unparalleled asset for livestock health and controlling insect-borne diseases. Like the duck, their diet relies heavily on what they find, drastically lowering the feed bill compared to the chicken. Therefore, the guinea fowl's profitability is measured by the savings it provides in feed and pest control costs. Seasonality and laying consistency. The modern laying hen has been genetically selected to be a continuous layer, but its rhythm naturally slows down in winter. To maintain high production during the darker months, the farmer must invest in supplemental artificial light to trick the bird's biological cycle. While this guarantees a constant egg supply throughout the year, the need for electricity and light management add an operational cost and a reliance on technology. The Khaki Campbell duck has a natural resistance to seasonality, maintaining a strong laying rhythm even when temperatures drop. Ducks are less sensitive to reduced daylight hours than chickens, allowing them to continue laying without costly artificial light. This makes the duck particularly profitable in regions with cold winters or for systems seeking to minimize dependence on electricity, offering fresh eggs when chicken production declines. The guinea fowl is the most seasonal bird of the trio. Its laying cycle is strongly linked to spring and summer, creating high production volatility. They practically do not lay eggs outside their natural season. From a business perspective, this seasonal interruption makes the guinea fowl unreliable for a constant commercial supply. Its profitability is not based on volume or consistency, but on the high demand for its eggs during its brief peak season. Infrastructure requirements, nests, and water. The laying hen requires a safe and well-defined infrastructure. The coop. This must include elevated roosts for sleeping and clean nesting boxes and protection. This need for an elaborate structure and constant cleaning management represents a considerable initial capital investment. However, this infrastructure ensures that eggs are collected in a clean, predictable location, minimizing loss from broken or misplaced eggs. The Khaki Campbell duck requires a simple, ground-level shelter without the need for roosts, which reduces construction costs. Its primary and unique infrastructure requirement is access to water for bathing, not necessarily a large pond but a kiddie pool or a deep bucket. While this adds the cost and maintenance of the water, in return, the duck maintains optimal feather health. The biggest disadvantage is that ducks usually lay their eggs on the ground, wherever they happen to be, forcing the farmer to search for eggs every morning. The guinea fowl is the least demanding in infrastructure, as it often prefers to sleep in trees, requiring only a basic shelter against the worst weather. They don't need pre-established nests. In fact, they hide their clutches in the brush or wooded areas. This minimizes the expense of building coops but represents a high operational cost and time. The farmer must invest a lot of time and effort in finding the clutches, which can raise the final cost of the egg due to labor. Added value, pest control. The domestic chicken, while scratching the soil and pecking at seeds and insects, has limited and sometimes destructive pest control capabilities. It tends to scratch in specific areas, damaging young plants, and is not particularly effective against hard-creeping pests or specific insects. Its contribution to biological control is a minor side effect of its foraging, not its specialty. The Khaki Campbell duck is an unparalleled champion in the garden, with a crucial specialty: slug and snail control. Unlike chickens, ducks typically do not scratch the soil or damage plant leaves, but rather graze insects from the surface. This ability can translate into significant savings on pesticides and better crop health, adding incalculable economic value to its role. The guinea fowl is the undisputed winner in controlling pests that affect human and animal health. Their natural instinct leads them to sweep through grassy and bushy areas, consuming large amounts of ticks, flies, and grasshoppers. In areas with high risks of tick-borne diseases, the preventative value of the guinea fowl far exceeds the value of the eggs, making it an investment in farm public health. Added value: meat and other products. The high-performance laying hen is optimized for eggs, not meat. They are thin animals with low muscle mass, which translates into poor feed conversion for meat purposes. At the end of their productive life, 1 to 2 years, their meat tends to be tough and is only used for broth or slow-cooked stews. Its secondary profitability is almost zero, with culling being the only option. Although not as large as the duck breeds raised for meat, the Khaki Campbell offers significant residual value as a meat source. It is a decent-sized duck, and while the meat is lean, it is flavorful and valued. At the end of its productive life, 3 to 4 years, the farmer can obtain an additional benefit from its processing. Furthermore, duck feathers also hold value over chicken feathers. The guinea fowl provides dark, lean meat with an intense flavor, considered a delicacy in many markets. Although the bird is small, its meat commands a high value in fine dining restaurants, allowing a premium price per carcass. If the farmer sells meat in addition to eggs, the guinea fowl offers the greatest value for its niche meat, improving the overall profitability of the species on the farm. Productive longevity: years of useful laying. The modern laying hen has a short lifespan of maximum efficiency. Production peaks in the first year and drops significantly from the second, which forces the constant rotation of flocks. Although they can live longer, profitability is drastically reduced, meaning the cost of replacing young birds is a recurring financial burden. High performance comes with a shorter and more expensive productive life. The Khaki Campbell duck is a long-lived bird and maintains an excellent laying rate for more years than the chicken. It is common for ducks to remain highly productive for 3 to 4 years, and even beyond, albeit with a slight decrease. This longevity reduces the frequency and cost of purchasing replacement birds, improving long-term profitability and simplifying flock management. In contrast to the others, the guinea fowl is the most hardy and durable bird of the three, with a productive lifespan that often extends beyond 5 years. Although its annual production is lower, the need to replace these birds is minimal. Its profitability in this aspect does not come from laying, but from the reduction of capital costs. The guinea fowl becomes a farm asset that requires only maintenance for many years. Noise, temperament, and neighbors. Guinea fowl alarm. The Khaki Campbell duck is, in general, a quiet bird. The females emit a soft quack, while the males are almost silent, making them the best option for suburban areas. The laying hen is noisier, especially with the cackling after laying an egg, but her noise is a familiar sound and generally tolerable for neighbors. In this regard, both are low-risk options for neighbor conflict. The situation changes with the guinea fowl, which is, by far, the noisiest and most vocal bird, which becomes an advantage or a major disadvantage depending on the environment. Their loud, shrill call is excellent for alerting against predators, intruders, or anything out of the ordinary, making it an invaluable farm alarm. However, its tendency to scream at any minor disturbance makes it completely unsuitable for close residential environments. If the farmer values peace with neighbors and operates in a suburban area, profitability lies with the Khaki Campbell duck. On the other hand, if the farmer operates on a large farm with problems with foxes, raccoons, or intruders, the guinea fowl is highly profitable because of the security value it provides. The guinea fowl's noise is a cost that is offset by the prevention of higher value bird losses. Disease resistance and veterinary costs. The high-production laying hen is more susceptible to certain diseases, partly due to the stress of constant laying and life in closed coops. They are more prone to respiratory problems and parasites, requiring strict sanitation management and potentially higher veterinary or preventative medication costs. This vulnerability is a factor that reduces their net profitability. The duck is a remarkably hardy bird resistant to the most common poultry diseases. Their affinity for water allows them to clean themselves and avoid many external parasites that plague chickens. They are strong and tolerate temperature change well, which translates into minimal veterinary costs and a low mortality rate. This hardiness directly improves long-term profitability. The guinea fowl is perhaps the most rustic of the three, with impressive resistance to common diseases. By spending much of their life foraging freely, their exposure to shelter pathogens is lower. Their high resistance reduces the need for vaccines or medications, making them the poultry with the lowest health costs. We hope this detailed breakdown has provided you with a clear perspective on the true profitability of these three birds. Now we want to know your opinion. If you had to choose only one, which would be the most profitable for your farm and why? Leave your comments below and share your experiences with chickens, ducks, or guinea fowl. If you found this profitability analysis helpful, please support us by liking and subscribing to the channel. Be sure to click the bell icon so you don't miss our next videos, where we'll compare the cost of raising broilers versus meat ducks. Thank you for joining us in this deep dive into poultry economics. Remember, profitability is found where efficiency meets market demand. See you in the coops. To your success, fellow farmer. Until next time.